For this lesson, we will be finding the diameter or the radius of a circle when given the area. So the formula that we will use, because we're talking about area is equal to pi r squared. Again, remember, a radius is halfway across a circle. The diameter goes through the center of the circle, just like the radius starts at the center of the circle and touches both sides of the circle. For our directions, we're going to use 3.14 for pi, and when we're done, we will round our answer to the nearest tenth. So looking at this formula, we will always write it down. So we put our values in the right places. So area is equal to pi r squared. Well, they gave us the area. So it's 60 7/10 is equal to, I'm putting my 3.14 for pi. And radius, well, we don't know that. So I'm just going to leave this as an r squared. So notice, whenever we have a number next to something, we have to go ahead and we've got to divide, because in order to take the square root of r, it's got to be standing alone. So right away, I am dividing both sides of my equation by pi, which is 3.14. And when we do that, we end up getting 19.33, and that is going to be equal to r squared. So our last step is we will take the square root of both sides. And remember, when I wrote this down, this was a rounded answer. I'm just rounding it to the nearest hundredth because our answer needs to be to the nearest tenth. So when I take that square root, I get my radius is equal to 4.39. Again, it goes on. And now, remember, our answer needs to be rounded to the nearest tenth. So I'm looking at that 9. So our radius is going to be 4 4/10. Well, remember, it is your radius. So in order to get the diameter, you must multiply 4.4 by 2. So I'm going to multiply that by 2. And for our diameter, for this problem, we end up getting 8 8/10, and the units would just be in feet. It would not be in feet squared, because diameter and radius are in with regular units. All right, looking at the next problem, I see that they want me to find the radius, and again, they do give me the area. So I am going to write area is equal to pi r squared. There's our formula. This time it is 56 centimeters squared is the area. I'm putting in my 3.14 for pi. We do not know the radius, so it is r squared. Again, we must divide both of the sides of the equation by 3.14. And for the radius squared, because this cancels out, we do end up with, and again, this is a rounded answer, it is 17.83. We're going to take the square root of both sides, and when we take the square root of both sides, we find that our radius is, again, I'm giving it to you to the nearest hundredth. It goes on, but it says round to the nearest tenth. So I see that I have a 2 in the tenths place, a 2 in the hundredths place. So it will just stay my 4 2/10. And again, my units are just going to be centimeters, because I see I have centimeters up there. So here's my radius that they were looking for in this problem. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marsha. See you again soon.